All right, guys. Let's please stand for the invocation, led today by Father Israel Mago from Our Lady of Guadalupe Catholic Church at the invitation of Commissioner J.C. Bermudez, and then followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Commissioner Bermudez. Father.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Almighty Father, we come before you with humility and gratitude as we begin this meeting of the Miami-Dade Board of County Commissioners. We want to thank you for the privilege of having them to serve our diverse community. Grant them wisdom to make decisions that uplift every resident, decisions rooted in justice, compassion, and equity. Help them to listen deeply, speak thoughtfully, and act with integrity. May their efforts reflect the values of service, stewardship, and unity. Bless this board, the whole staff, and all who contribute to the betterment of our county. May peace guide their deliberations, and may the outcome of their work promote the common good of all people from every neighborhood, background, and walk of life. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
You may be seated. All right, Madam Attorney, before we start with CDMP and zoning, I'd like to take up item 5F supplement, H1, 8H1, 8H2, and 14A1 first in our BCC agenda. And I'll, of course, open up reasonable opportunity in the public hearing for just those items. Is that?
That's appropriate, Mr. Chair. Do you have any cards for any of them?
I have no public speakers for reasonable opportunity, no.
And for public hearing on 5E or 14A1?
Either.
Okay, well, then at this time, I can read the titles.
And I'll go ahead and close public hearing at this time as well.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So item 5F is a resolution naming the improvements performed by Orange Bowl OB Kendall Park LLC to the Boys and Girls Club of Miami Kendall Unit Park as the Orange Bowl Field at Kendall's Boys and Girls Club, and 5F supplement. Item 8H1 is a resolution approving a project cooperation agreement, and 8H2 is a resolution to select the Boys and Girls Club as the entity responsible for the management, maintenance, and operation. And 14A1 is another public hearing item. That is a resolution approving, adopting, and confirming an amended assessment rate for the mandatory payment rule against certain real property to fund the non-federal share of supplemental payment programs to benefit existing and newly licensed hospital properties. Those are the 4 items you called up: 5F and its supplement, 8H1, 8H2, and 14A1.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. Is there any bifurcations on these items? All right. 14A1, show 14A1 bifurcated. Show Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Gilbert moving the remainder of the items. Seconded by Commissioner Cohen-Higgins. Is this a voice vote, Madam Attorney?
They're all resolutions, yes.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. Show those items pass. 14A1, Commissioner Vice Chairman.
Thank you. Questions to the administration. If you can give me some background on this particular item.
You're recognized.
I'm not sure who is specifically here to speak on this matter from the Parks Department, Parks, Recreation, and Open Space. Can someone approach?
Chairman, this isn't the Parks Department.
I'm so sorry.
This is the hospital contribution.
Oh, the Hospital Direct Payment Program. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Ophelia Fajardo.
All right. I think we're good, though.
Thank you. We're fine. Thank you.
You're good?
Yes, ma'am, we're all.
Okay.
All right, the vice chairman moves item 14A1, seconded by Commissioner Gilbert. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Shows item passed. All right, do I have a motion to recess BCC and move into zoning and
Mr. Chair?
CDMP?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
could we hear 8L3?
8L3.
I have a few requests to pull that item, Mr. Chair.
Can we come back to it? Let's come back to it.
Okay.
We're gonna have time. I don't think we're losing quorum anytime soon, and I don't think we will.
Mr. Chair? Small point of personal privilege.
Uh,
I just want to wish Lisa
a happy birthday, yes.
happy birthday.
We will get to that,
Dear.
yes. Happy birthday, Lisa. Where are you?
I know she didn't want to be wished a happy birthday, but we're wishing her a happy birthday because she deserves
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Bermudez
it.
to
Wish Lisa a happy birthday.
wish her happy birthday, followed by a by moving into recessing BCC, seconded by Commissioner Gilbert. All in favor of recessing and moving into CDMP and zoning, signify by saying aye. Aye. All right, show us in zoning and CDMP. All right. Yeah, there's a little bit of like background noise. Can we kind of reel that in a little bit? All right. Can we please have the zoning director read his opening statement and swear in the speakers?
And Mr. Chair, if we could set the zoning and CDMP agenda at this time.
Show it moved by Commissioner Gilbert, seconded by Commissioner Orbis. All in favor of setting the agenda signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. Show the agenda hereby set. All right, Mr. Attorney, is it time for the director to read a statement? Go ahead and swear in the speakers as well.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. In accordance with the Code of Miami-Dade County, all items to be heard today have been legally advertised in the newspaper, notice have been mailed, and the properties have been posted. Additional copies of the agenda are available here in the chambers. Items will be called up to be heard by agenda number and name of applicant. Please note, board action. I'm sorry, okay. Please note, board action on any item at today's meeting may be reconsidered. Additional action may be taken on such item at the same meeting. Applicants and members of the public may wish to govern themselves accordingly. The record and file for the hearing on each application will include documents from the public, agencies, the Department of Regulatory and Economic Resources. Where there's an appeal from the Community Zoning Appeals Board, we also have the transcript from those hearings. All documents are physically present today, available to all interested parties, and available to the members of the Board of County Commissioners who may examine these items from the record during the hearing. Parties have the right of cross-examination. This statement, along with the fact that all witnesses have been sworn in, shall be included in any transcript of these proceedings. In addition, there's an official translator present in the chambers for those individuals requiring such assistance. Will the clerk please swear in the witnesses?
Please stand and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Thank you. You may be seated. Interpreters. Do you swear or affirm that you will make a true interpretation of the questions asked and testimony given? Thank you.
All right, Mr. Attorney, can we go ahead and take item 3A3 supplement and 3A1 with its companion item in zoning 8C1? And if the director again needs to read anything into the record, now's a good
Yes,
time.
sir. The first two CDMP items are small-scale applications previously heard on first reading. These applications are before you today for public hearing and final action. For each, I'll read the ordinance title and also reference the companion resolution in the event that the board wishes to convert the item to a standard application and transmit. However, the board takes final action today on the small scale, the companion resolution will be deemed withdrawn. These two CDMP items also have concurrent zoning applications associated with them. For each, a single public hearing will be held and incorporated into the record. As to both the CDMP and zoning items, and this hearing will be conducted in accordance with quasi-judicial principles. Item 3A is an ordinance relating to Miami-Dade County Comprehensive Development Master Plan, providing disposition of application number CDMP 2024-3, located on the northeast corner of the intersection of Southwest 197 Avenue and theoretical Southwest 328 Street, filed by D.R. Horton, Inc. in the January 2024 cycle to amend the CDMP, providing severability exclusion from the code and an effective date. That is item 3A along with 3A supplement and 3A1. This is a public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney. I'll go ahead and open up public hearing at this time. I have no public speakers registered to speak, so I'll go ahead and close public hearing I imagine the applicant is present. I see she is, but I will go ahead and first give the floor to the district commissioner, Vice Chairman from District 9.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to each and every last one of you. As it relates to this particular application, what is the administration's position?
Through the chair, yes, Jerry Bell, the Assistant Director for Planning. We are recommending adopt with acceptance of the proper declaration of restrictions.
Mr. Chairman, I move this item to adopt with acceptance of the proper declarations of restrictions.
So item 3 and 3 supplement and 3.1 moved. It's seconded by Commissioner Bastien. All in favor signify by saying aye. Oh, roll call. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Bastien. Yes. Commissioner Bermudez.
Yes.
Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
Four.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Gonzalez. Commissioner Hardiman. Commissioner Milian Orbis. Yes. Commissioner Regalado. Commissioner Steinberg. Vice Chairman McGee.
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, Mr. Attorney, we'll go ahead and take the companion item 8C1. I believe you read everything into the record, or?
I believe the zoning director will read something now on that.
Application 8C1, Lenore Gaynor, hearing number Z2024-000-0023. We've had no protests and no waivers of support for this application.
All right, public hearing has been had. Commissioner from District 9 moves item 8C1. It's second by Commissioner Bastien. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Bermudez.
Yes.
Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
Four.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Milian Orbis. Commissioner Regalado. Commissioner Steinberg. Commissioner Bastien.
Yes.
Vice Chairman McGee.
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Congratulations. All right, Mr. Attorney, let's go ahead and take item 3B, 3B supplement, 3B1, and its companion item in zoning 8C2.
Yes, sir. This is ordinance relating to the Miami-Dade County Comprehensive Development Master Plan, providing disposition of application number 2024-8, located on the north side of Bells Road and Southwest 232 Street, and approximately 113 feet east of Southwest 114 Path, filed by Blue Nest Development LLC in the May 2024 cycle to amend the county CDMP, providing severability exclusion from the code and an effective date. 3B, 3B supplement, 3B1. This is a public hearing.
Okay, I'm now opening up public hearing. I have no speakers registered to speak. Again, I will close public hearing, but pass it over to the Vice Chairman as the District Commissioner for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Question to the administration. What is your position on this application?
Yes, Jerry Bell, Planning Director. Our recommendation for this application is to adopt with acceptance of the proper declaration of restrictions.
Mr. Chairman, I move this consistent with the administration's position, adopt with acceptance of the proper declaration of restrictions.
So this item moved, seconded by Commissioner Gilbert. Seeing no further discussion, clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
Four.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Milian Orbis. Commissioner Regalado. Commissioner Steinberg. Commissioner Bastien.
Yes.
Commissioner Bermudez. Vice Chairman McGee.
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, let's go ahead and take up item 8C2, its companion bill.
Application 8C2, KTC Properties, application number Z2024000128. We've had no protests and no waivers of support for this application.
All right, public hearing was had already. Commissioner from District 9, you recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, again. Mr. Chairman, I move this item.
All right, so the item moved, seconded by Commissioner Bermudez. Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Milian Orbis. Commissioner Regalado. Commissioner Steinberg. Commissioner Bastien.
Yes.
Commissioner Bermudez. Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
Four.
Vice Chairman McGee.
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, congratulations. All right, Mr. Attorney, let's take item 7A and 7A supplement. Yes, 7A is a standard application before you today for final adoption. This is an ordinance relating to Miami-Dade County Comprehensive Development Master Plan, providing disposition of application number CDMP 2024-5, filed by the Miami-Dade County Department of Regulatory and Economic Resources as an out-of-cycle application to amend Policy LU-8H of the land use element of the CDMP, providing severability exclusion from the code and effective date. 7A supplement. This is public hearing.
All right, public hearing is now open. I will start with the public first. When I call your name, please line up, state your name and address for the record, and you will have 1 minute to speak. Scott Polowitz may approach. Name and address. You have 1 minute to speak. Followed by Jose Gonzalez and Jeff Burkow.
Hi, good morning. Scott Polowitz with the Hold the Line Coalition. My address is 21190 Mainsail Circle, 33180. Please follow the staff recommendations on item 7A. The existing 1.5 to 1 jobs to housing ratio ensures that there are available jobs within 5 miles of proposed developments outside the UDB. 1.5 to 1 is an effective balance as a jobs to workers ratio. In practice, the proposed 1-to-1 ratio means that at least 1/3 of residents will have to drive far outside their communities to find work, worsening traffic and worsening the affordability crisis by increasing community costs. We have a CDMP to prevent exactly that. Following staff recommendations will maintain available jobs near communities and promote mixed-use development near job centers. We also oppose the changes to LU-8HD, backloading the higher density, likely in many cases more affordable units to later phases, delays the delivery of benefits, and increases the risk that they will not be realized. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jose Gonzalez.
Morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Jose Gonzalez, Chairman of the Florida, of the Builders Association of South Florida. I'm joined with Truly Burton, our Executive Director. We're in favor of the original language that was transmitted by this board to Tallahassee, and after Tallahassee's review that agreed with the language and made no changes, we recommend that you guys adopt it and move this forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeff Burkow.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, County Commissioners. Jeff Burkow, 200 South Biscayne Boulevard, also here on behalf of the Builders Association in support of the application as proposed by the County Commission. Nothing has changed since transmittal. The county still has a housing crisis impacting every commission district, both in affordability and supply. Imposing a 1.41 hurdle on UDB expansion projects will ensure thousands of moderately priced units for middle and working households will not be built, blocking the county's own housing goals and policies. The jobs to housing ratio is a burden not imposed on any other development application in the county, and the Builders Association stands behind the Commission's proposed 1-to-1 ratio as a reasonable solution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have a Graham Penn present? Take the podium, sir. Thank you so much.
Couldn't read my handwriting. I apologize. Graham Penn, 200 South Biscayne Boulevard. Also here on behalf of the Builders Association. We sent everyone a letter earlier in the week that outlines the association's position, and I'm not going to repeat what Jose and Jeff just said, but I just wanted to remind us all, as the county has recognized, the supply of land for single-family housing is essentially depleted. This limited land availability, along with other factors, has made Dade County one of the least affordable jurisdictions in the United States. Following staff's recommendation on this ratio will only worsen that situation. We believe the 1-to-1 ratio is a good compromise. Otherwise, requiring a higher ratio would significantly limit the potential for new housing by requiring developers to provide significant land for non-residential uses, even when there's no demand for it. So again, we've said this at transmittal. We would ask for your adoption as transmitted. And again, as Jose noted, none of the agencies at the state have proposed any changes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Penn. Seeing that there are no other public hearing cards here, Mr. Chairman, I turn it over to you as this is your item.
Public hearing closed.
Public hearing closed.
All right, thank you, Vice Chair.
Thank you.
I just go ahead and move to reject staff recommendations and move item of 1-1.
Do I have a second? It's been seconded by, it's been moved by the chairman and seconded by the Oliver Gilbert, Commissioner Gilbert. Can we get a vote, please? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Milian Orbis. Commissioner Regalado.
Yes.
Commissioner Steinberg. Commissioner Bastien.
Yes.
Commissioner Bermudez.
Yes.
Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
No.
Senator Garcia. Vice Chairman McGee.
No.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion fails 6-4.
Is that right?
I can read the yeses and the nos.
Chair, point of inquiry.
What's the required?
Hold on. Madam Clerk, can you repeat those votes again, please?
I have a yes for Commissioner Gilbert, Commissioner Milian Orbis, Commissioner Regalado, Commissioner Bastien, Commissioner Bermudez, and Chairman Rodriguez. That's 6.
7 votes.
So what's the number required, Mr. Attorney?
Madam Clerk, change me over to a yes, please.
Well, you have to make a motion to reconsider.
Right, and we need 7 votes to pass?
Hold on. Madam Attorney, please answer these questions that the board members have. How many votes are needed for this to prevail?
7.
So 7 votes are needed. Madam Clerk, how many votes were on the prevailing side? 6.
6.
All right, Madam Clerk, at this moment, I'm going to have my vote switch to the yes.
With switching your vote to a yes, the motion passes.
Thank you.
7-3.
Can just point of order before we get past this. Could we actually just do the motion to reconsider? Could we do the motion to reconsider? Because just switching your vote is cleaner if you do a motion to reconsider.
Thank you, Commissioner Gilbert.
So,
I'll make a motion to reconsider.
Hearing the motion to reconsider and hearing the second, all in favor?
Aye.
All against? Thank you.
Just one quick question for technicalities.
Commissioner Bermudez, you
Who made
recognize?
the motion to reconsider?
It was Senator Garcia who voted on prevailing side, so he voted no. Yeah, he was properly made.
Prevailing side because it was a minority. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I once again move with rejecting staff's recommendation on the 1-to-1 item.
Do I have a second?
It's been seconded by Commissioner Gilbert.
All right, Madam Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Milian Orbis.
Yes.
Commissioner Regalado. Commissioner Steinberg. Commissioner Bastien. Commissioner Bermudez.
Yes.
Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
No.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Vice Chairman McGee.
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 7-3.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Attorney. Let's take item 8A1. If the director needs to read anything into the record.
Application 8A1, Garcia Carrillo, 56th Street, Revocable Trust, application number Z2022000118. We've had 159 protests and 0 waivers of support for this application. This is an appeal from the Community Zoning Appeals Board.
All right, we will now go ahead and open up public hearing. I will start with the public first. When I call your name, please line up, state your name and address, and you will have 1 minute to speak. Tomas Marco, Lisa Doherty, Noel Cleland, Michada Spaces, Beverly Visitacion. Go ahead.
My name is Lisa Doherty. I live at 5959 Southwest 50th Street. First of all, we'd like to thank Commissioner Regalado for your leadership on this issue. At the last hearing, you asked us to go back, work with the applicant, and come up with a plan, and we've been able to do that. We'd like to ask the Commission to approve the application as presented, subject to the applicant's latest declaration of restrictions, and that such approval includes specifically the non-use variance to waive the road dedication. We have a number of people that have signed up to register to speak. However, if the board is approving this application as presented, including the non-use variance, they have all decided to waive their time, so that would be up to you. Again, this has been a process of several years, and we have come to agreement with the help of you and the commission and the applicant and the applicant's attorney working with us. So we thank you for your efforts in that, and we hope it passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, if it's okay if we have them stand up and wave
In support?
in support?
Absolutely. If so, let me call the names though.
Yeah, call the names to make sure we got, I know. Go ahead.
So I have.
It's a process. It's a process. So now we gotta eliminate your names from the public record. So if we call you and you're in support, just stand up and wave.
I'm gonna start over. Thomas Markle. Thomas Markle. I don't see Thomas. But okay, so either way, he's not here. Noel Cleland. All right, waving in support.
Thank you.
Michada Spaces, waving in support. Beverly Visitacion, waving in support. Michael Jarvis, waving in support. Jose Hernandez, waving in support. Jeff Bruff, waving in support. Catherine Rockwell Potter, waving in support. We got Faustino Garcia, waving in support. And I have Jennifer Richards, waving in support. All right. Thank you very much, Commissioner, and all of those that waved in support. With that, Commissioner from District 7. And public hearing is now closed.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone that came down. I know this has been a complicated issue, so I want to thank you for putting in the time and coming to a compromise. To the applicant, obviously, we're all on the same page. You know, we have a no-use variance. We're going to keep the street closed. Is there anything that you need to add or any questions that the attorneys have?
No, through the chair, Mr. Chair, if I may respond to the commissioner's question. No, Commissioner Regalado, as you've heard from the neighbors, we've reached an agreement. Everybody's happy with the agreement. It entails supporting the application as presented. It entails supporting our application as presented. It is an appeal, so it requires a supermajority vote of this board for it to be approved. Let me give my name and address for the record. I'm Miguel Diaz de la Portilla, 600 Brickell, 35th floor, Miami, Florida. I'm a lawyer at Gunster. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, and we're all in agreement.
Wonderful. Staff, any issues?
We have to make a slight modification to the staff recommendation.
Yes.
Would you like me to read that into the record?
Please do.
The recommendation should be changed to say approval of request number 2, delete condition 5, and modify condition number 2 to delete the requirement to dedicate the road.
And can we explicitly add the no-use variance?
That's request number 2, to
That's
approve
request
request
number
number 2, the non-use variance.
All right. Yes.
To clarify, if I may, again, through the chair, yes. And those 2 modifications to the conditions of the non-use variance are the modifications that take out any requirement for any dedication. So again, what we would hope you would move to approve is our application as made, which is the rezone from EU1 to EUM, and to approve the non-use variance request. Those are our 2 requests as is, without any conditions on that non-use variance request, and of course, accept the proffered declaration, which we've given to the county. They've reviewed and accepted along with an opinion and title.
Okay. All right. Staff has no issues? All right. Then I move as amended.
All right, so it moved by Commissioner Regalado, seconded by the Vice Chair. Seeing no further discussion, Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Regalado.
Yes.
Commissioner Steinberg. Commissioner Bastien.
Yes.
Commissioner Bermudez. Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
For.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Milian Orbis. Vice Chairman McGee.
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right,
Thank you, Mr.
congratulations.
Chairman.
Thank you.
Commissioners.
Congratulations. No clapping,
Thank
guys,
you to
come
the
on.
Neighborhood Association.
Yeah, congratulations for job well done, but please no clapping. All right, Mr. Attorney, let's take item 8A2, and if the director needs to read his statement into the record, now would be appropriate.
Application 882, 14th Street, Miami Investments, application number Z20240000125. We've had no protest and no waiver support for this application. Mr. Chairman, since this report was published, we received a new covenant from the applicant, and they changed their proffer from $150,000 to $300,000 for transit and transportation, and $300,000 for affordable housing, for a total of $600,000.
Please exit quietly. All right, board, listen up for a second. The district commissioner is not present, so what would be the will of the board? You all want to defer the item? That's been kind of the
I move.
District 3 is the not all. All right, so we're gonna defer it. All right, Commissioner Cohen-Higgins moves to defer, seconded by the item. It's Hardeman's item. He's not here. So what is the will of this board? I don't. So it's seconded by the vice chair. We have a deferral. We have a motion. We have a second by the vice chair. All in favor of the deferral,
Chair.
signify by saying aye.
Mr. Chair, is this to July 17?
Yes, to the very next CDMP and zoning meeting, yes. All right, all in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. All right, show this item deferred.
Thank you. See you then.
See you then. All right, Mr. Attorney, let's take item 8C3, and if the director needs to read anything into the record, now's the time.
Application 8C3, Sylvia G. George and New Life Chapel, application number Z20240000131. We've received 201 protests and no waivers of support for this application.
All right, I have one, I'm gonna go ahead and open up public hearing. I have one registered speaker. I have one card with two names, so I guess they can figure out who's gonna speak. Chris Collins or Sylvia Lang? State your name and address. You have 1 minute to speak. From New Light Chapel.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and address, please.
My name is Sylvia George. I live at 21620 Southwest 112th Avenue, Goulds, Florida, 33170.
All right, you have a minute to speak, ma'am.
I've lived there at that location for 74 years, but the area has grown and grown, and at this time I have 3 corners that have service stations and other businesses, and so therefore I'm leaving the area, and I would like it to be zoned commercial.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming out and speaking.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 74 years in the same home. That's impressive. All right, public hearing is now closed. That's the only speaker I had registered to speak. Commissioner from District 9, you're recognized as this is in your district for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Chairman, Ms. George has been a staple of that community. I know exactly where her home is located, the impact she's had on the community. She has shown this community what it looks like to have longevity and also show how we can increase our generational wealth for our kids in our community. And I do believe this is based on her comment. This is a good time for her to make the exit. So I will move the item consistent with the conditions that were laid out by the administration and also consistent with what the applicant has requested, and that is for this item to pass. So thank you so much.
So the item moved by the vice chairman, seconded by Commissioner Gilbert. Seeing no further discussion, if the clerk can call the roll.
Commissioner Steinberg. Yes. Commissioner Bastien. Yes. Commissioner Bermudez. Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
Or.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert.
Yes.
Commissioner Gonzalez. Commissioner Emiliano Orbis. Commissioner Regalado. Vice Chairman McGee.
Yes.
Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, so the item passed. Congratulations. All right, Madam Attorney, if you can be recognized to clarify some information on 7A and 7A supplement.
Of course. Mr. Chair, I just wanted to quickly recap as a housekeeping matter for the clerk the three CDMP items. So for 3A, it was adopted with the proffered declaration of restrictions. For 3B, it was adopted with the proffered declaration of restrictions. For 7A, the motion was to reject staff's recommended changes and adopt as originally filed. That's the item that there was the motion. The motion originally did not pass, but then there was a motion to reconsider, and the motion was remade and was adopted.
Quiet in the chamber, please.
Passed 7-3. So that was a motion to reject staff's recommended changes and adopt as originally filed. That was with the 1-1.
All right, thank you very much. With that, do I have a motion to adjourn CDMP and zoning?
Move it.
It's been moved by Commissioner Gilbert, seconded by the Vice Chair. All in favor signify by saying aye. All right. We are now back on our BCC agenda. All right, now I will go ahead and open up reasonable opportunity to be heard, except for item 11A2, which the public will be heard when we take that item later in the meeting. When I call your name, please state the item you're speaking on, your name and address, and you will have 1 minute to speak. We have no cards. All right, so no one signed up to speak on all the other items. So reasonable opportunity is now closed. Madam Attorney, can we set the agenda?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In accordance, I'm sorry. We have some preliminary matters. Item 8L3, Commissioners Bastien, Regalado, and Gonzalez, and Senator Garcia are adding this item to the pull list. That's 8L3, as well as its supplements. 802, Commissioner Bermudez adds this item to the pull list. 8P3, Commissioner Gonzalez adds this item to the pull list. 11A2, 11A3, and 11A4, Commissioner Bastien adds these items to the pull list. And 14A2, Commissioner Bermudez is pulling this item. I also have some requests for co-sponsorship. On items 5C, Senator Garcia wishes to co-sponsor. 8J1, Commissioner Steinberg. 8 and 6 and 8 and 7, Senator Garcia is assuming sponsorship of that item, those items. 805, Senator Garcia, co-sponsor. 8P1, Commissioner Bastien and Commissioner Steinberg wish to co-sponsor. 11A1, Senator Garcia and Commissioner Bastien, co-sponsors. And 11A3 and 11A4, Senator Garcia, co-sponsor. The items to be considered at today's meeting are those listed in your, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm having technical problems here. The items to be considered at today's meeting will be those listed in the printed final agenda with additions, deferrals, withdrawals, and Scrivener's errors noted in the chairman's memorandum and the items I previously mentioned. The commission will approve all of these items by a single vote setting the agenda, except, I apologize, your first reading items, your public hearings, and the following pull list items. Item 8L3, 802, 8P3, 11A2, 11A3, 11A4, 14A2, and 14A3. A motion to set the agendas in order.
Move. Been moved by the Vice Chair, seconded by Commissioner Bastien. All in favor of setting the agenda, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Show our agenda hereby set. All right, Madam Attorney, can you go ahead and read a motion that I have, please? And distribute it if necessary, but it's simple enough.
1 second, let me get the attorney who worked on that motion.
And then we'll move into first reading items.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
Chairman Rodriguez moves to delegate to the county mayor or county mayor's designee any and all authority on behalf of Miami-Dade County to enter into agreements with the federal or state government that are now or may be required under federal or state law, and to make such authority retroactive to March 1st, 2025. This delegation of authority, unless extended or rescinded by further action of this board, shall end on December 31st, 2025.
All right, show it second by Commissioner Gilbert. All in favor of any discussion? And all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. Show the motion pass. All right, Madam Attorney, can we move into first reading items?
Yes. 4A is an ordinance relating to the Miami-Dade County Water and Sewer Department's one-time lifetime credit, amending Section 32-101 of the code, revising the eligibility criteria and process for customers seeking the one-time lifetime credit, providing severability, inclusion in the code, and an effective date. 4B is an ordinance creating and establishing a special taxing district in the county, generally bounded on the north by Southwest 280th Street, Walden Drive, on the east by Southwest 147 Avenue, Naranja Road, on the south by theoretical Southwest 282 Street, and on the west by Southwest 147 Court, known and described as Naranja Grand and Naranja Grand 2 Multipurpose Maintenance and Street Lighting Special Taxing District, identifying services to be provided, authorizing and directing the mayor designee to cause to be maintained and operated, various public improvements, and to provide for the installation of streetlights, approving a street lighting agreement with Florida Power and Light, and authorizing the mayor designee to execute the agreement, waiving provisions of resolution number R-13006, and providing for exclusion from the code and an effective date. Those are your first reading items.
Move them.
Any bifurcations? Seeing none, I have a motion by Commissioner Regalado, a second by Commissioner Orbis. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Bastien. Yes. Commissioner Bermudez. Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
4.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Gonzalez. Commissioner Emiliano Orbis. Commissioner Regalado.
Yes.
Commissioner Steinberg. Vice Chairman McGee. Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, show those items passed. I am now going to go into public hearing for all the remaining items. And
May I read the titles?
Yes, go ahead.
5A is a resolution co-designating Southwest 62nd Avenue from Southwest 40th Street to Southwest 44th Street as Julio Robina Way and its supplement. 5B is an ordinance relating to the Miami-Dade County Addiction Services Board, amending Article 44 of the code, adding sunset provision and closing Addiction Services Trust Fund, and providing severability, inclusion in the code, and an effective date. 5C is an ordinance relating to the rules of procedure of the Board of County Commissioners, amending Section 2-1 of the code, providing that when a deferral is requested and noted on a printed agenda of a commission, committee, or the full board, the requester shall be indicated in the chairperson's changes memorandum, providing severability, inclusion in the code, and an effective date. 5D is a resolution code-designating that portion of Southwest 216th Street between Southwest 107th Avenue and United States Route 1 as Maurice Trick Daddy Young Street. 5E is an ordinance relating to the Rapid Transit Zone zoning district, amending Section 33C-2 of the code, providing for procedures and processes relating to the payment and collection of impact fees within municipalities, providing severability, inclusion in the code, and an effective date. 5F is a resolution naming, we did 5F, excuse me. 5G is a resolution approving the plat of Casabella subdivision. 5H is a resolution approving the plat of Casa Familia. 5I is a resolution approving the plat of St. Anne Mission. 5J is a resolution approving the plat of Daniel Troya subdivision. 5K is a resolution approving the plat of Joanna subdivision. And 5L is a resolution approving the plat of Foundry South Dade. Those are all your public hearing items.
All right. Any bifurcations on any of the items?
I have a request to bifurcate 5G from Senator Garcia.
Okay, so bifurcating 5G and I'll bifurcate 5A.
5D, Mr. Chair.
So 5D, this is me. Senator Garcia, you bifurcated which one? 5G?
Just to vote no.
Okay. And then Commissioner Cohen-Higgins, you bifurcated 5D? Okay, 5D is Cohen-Higgins. All right. All right, can I have a motion on the remainder of the, oh wait, no. I have one speaker signed up to speak. Luisa Suarez on 5A. Please state your name and address, Lisa, and you have a minute to speak.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning. My name's Luisa Suarez, and I reside in District 3. I oppose Resolution 5A, naming those streets Julio Robena. He was a public servant indicted of criminal charges of tax fraud, and I don't think we should revere this unless you're saying that our county and our city of Hialeah and beyond should represent and revere this.
Ms. Suarez.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Suarez. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
I know.
that's it.
Yeah, it's not. I know.
It's not the
But
same.
it's.
Yeah, it's the
she's
wrong
done.
Robina.
I know.
It's a different Julio.
Wrong. The wrong Robina. Yeah. It's a different Robina. They have the same name. Different Julio Robina. Okay, that is all the public speakers I have signed up to speak. So public hearing is now closed on all remaining items. Do I have a motion on all the items except for 5A, 5D, and 5G?
So moved, Mr.
It's
Chair.
been moved by Commissioner Cohen-Higgins. It's been seconded by Commissioner Bermudez. And clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Bermudez.
Commissioner Bermudez.
Which item?
All of them except for the ones that were bifurcated. You seconded the motion.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm fine. Yes.
Commissioner Cohen-Higgins.
4.
Senator Garcia. Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Gonzalez. Commissioner Emiliano Orbis. Commissioner Regalado.
Yes.
Commissioner Steinberg. Commissioner Bastien. Vice Chairman McGee. Chairman Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right. On 5A, Commissioner Regalado. You move
Move
it?
it.
All right. It's been moved by Commissioner Regalado. It's been seconded by Commissioner Bermudez. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. No. Please count me as a no. 5A. All right. Show the item passed. Congratulations. Commissioner McGee on 5D. Vice Chairman McGee moves
Second.
5D. It's been seconded by Commissioner Regalado. Any discussion on the item? Seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. Show the item passed, reflecting just 2 noes. On 5D.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Gilbert,
officially, I'd just like to note that Trick loved the kids.
you want to note that?
Trick loved the kids.
A-Rod loves the kids too.
Trick loved the kids.
All right. Commissioner Gilbert, will you move item 5G? Yes? All right, Commissioner Gilbert moves 5G, seconded by Commissioner Regalado. That's a sure. I take a sure as a yes. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. And I interpret everybody's silence as a yes. And Commissioner Garcia as a no. Show item 5G passed as well. Thank you guys very much for your full cooperation during this matter. Madam Attorney, can we move into the pool list at this time?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Commissioner Gilbert, you're recognized.
Mr. Chairman, understanding the motion that was made previously and adopted by this board, giving retroactive authority to the mayor to sign the agreements, and understanding 11A2, and this is an actual retroactive approval. So 11A2, from my perspective, is unnecessary. I would move to defer that item to no day certain.
Second.
All right, so we have a motion to defer 11A2. This is Commissioner Gonzalez's item. Is there a second on the deferral? Second. It's been seconded by the vice chair. So we have a motion to defer. We have a second by the vice chair. Madam Attorney, may I just take a vote, or how does this work with public hearing on this item?
You should take up the
vote on the
reasonable
deferral?
opportunity at this time, but you can let the members of the public know this item has been deferred and has been approved, in essence. There's no need to approve this item at this point.
Okay, so is it acceptable that I take a vote or announce my public hearing statement at this time?
I believe you should take up reasonable opportunity.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up reasonable opportunity for item 11A2 and its deferral. All those who are signed up to speak on 11A2, if you're here, and I have a list, actually I have quite a few. So just to kind of walk through and explain what just happened on 11A2. Okay? If you guys want to pay attention, I hear a little bit of background noise. Quiet in the chamber. This is important because I have quite a few speakers registered to speak. So 11A2 was just moved to defer. I anticipate the vote will reflect such, but I want to go ahead and open up a public hearing as well because it's the proper posture and procedure. But I will say that it is my understanding that if you decide to speak today, you have that opportunity, and I will grant that opportunity. But if you decide to speak today, and this item for whatever reason was to resurface, then public hearing has been concluded and you can no longer speak again. So I say this because the item's not going to be discussed today. It is a motion to defer the item indefinitely, right, Commissioner Gilbert? Yes. So again, you have your full right to speak on the item today. You will be granted 1 minute to speak. But if you do speak today, then public hearing will have been had, and if this item was ever to resurface, you will not have an opportunity to speak then. So that said, I kind of want to get a, Madam Attorney, how do you suggest I do this? Because I have quite a few speakers. Shall I call them by name, or shall I just get a raise? Commissioner, 1 second. I'm trying to figure, one second. I'm running a meeting here, so.
I would just start calling the names, and those that wish to speak can stand up. And those that don't stand up, then they can come back and speak at the appropriate time when the matter is under consideration.
Okay, and Madam Attorney, at this point, will they be speaking on 11A2 or on the deferral?
On 11A2, including the deferral.
Okay. All right, so. Okay, so I was originally going to take this item up last. So because, let me call the speakers. I think there's one there that.
Want to, support the deferral to second it.
Well, we have a second, but I want to get a test of who would still like to speak today, and who won't. But if you all opt to speak today, public hearing will have been had for everybody. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. So even if just one person speaks, and no one else speaks, then public hearing has been had on this item, and if it resurfaces, there will be no opportunity to speak on this item again. I'm only saying this over and over because I want to give you all the opportunity to speak on this item, shall it be discussed at some point. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call your name individually. If you want to raise your hand and say you're going to not speak today, if you want to, and if not, you could come up to the podium and you'll have a minute to speak. Okay? I want to be fair, but I want to make sure everybody understands what's going on. All right, I have Ira Kurzban. You want to speak or you want to waive? You can waive in opposition. You can. He's going to speak. All right, so if you'd like to speak,
I just want to make it clear, if I speak, does that mean no one can speak?
No one else could speak.
I can't speak.
If you speak today, anyone who wishes to speak today may. But in the future, shall this item come back to this board, to this body, no one will be able to speak on the item. And the item will not be discussed today. So that's important to know. There is no item being discussed today. It is being deferred.
Okay, then I'll withdraw.
Is the item implemented?
It's been deferred. It's not being implemented because it's not being implemented by this board. But the item, this is being deferred. The item itself, 11A2, there's no action being taken today.
Hold on, just order for a second. There won't be the yelling questions to the dais thing.
Madam Attorney, would you like to clarify the procedures? We will have order in this chamber. We will have order in this chamber.
Chair, may I? Let me explain it.
Right now?
Let me explain it. Mr. Chair, let me explain it.
There has to be order in the chamber.
Can I be recognized?
Once we, yes. I will recognize you, Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman,
Hold on. Guys, order in the chamber.
can there be a reasonable?
I would. All right. Show us recessed. Show this chamber recessed.
Hello?
The chambers is now closed. Everybody has to exit the chamber. Congratulations.